Hello again. This is exercise 2. I'm going to reconstruct the drawing on the right, on the left. As you can see, I've already put on the A size paper space drawing and I'm ready to proceed. I did this in order to save time and not be repetitious. And so, first thing I'll do is to hit the escape button or the enter button. Well, I gotta make the screen active first. So I'll click on it and I'll hit the escape button. And then I'm going to go into, click the model button, click the layer button, make layer 1 current, because that's the layer on which we make the pictures. Then I'll type L enter or use the icon. Pick any point on the screen, move the mouse, type 4 enter, move the mouse down 0.76 enter, move the mouse to the left 1.76 enter, enter to stop the command. I see I started at the wrong point, so I'll type, well, first of all I'll zoom it up so that you can see it better. I'm going to type L enter. O snap is on. I pick that endpoint, move down 2 enter, 1 enter, and rather than draw an angle, I'll simply connect with the other point, like that. Using zoom real time, I can shrink this down a little bit and then pan, like that. Now I want to copy. I can type CO, enter, copy these lines, pick a point and drag them down, because I want to start working on the front view. And then just hit enter or the escape key. I'll type O, enter to offset, 2 enter, offset this horizontal line down here. Type F, enter, R, enter. First I have to hit escape. F, enter, R, enter. Radius is 0, so that's okay. I can now clean up these corners. Hit the space bar or the enter key and clean up that corner. I want to draw some construction lines so to make the front view accurate. So I'm going to type L, enter, draw a line here, hit the space bar or the enter key. To repeat the command, draw a line here. I can type TR, enter, and I can select these 2 lines here, enter, and trim them. And so the drawings are complete, the front view and the top view. So I can go to the layer button and make dimension layer current. I better check the dim scale, DIMSCALE. It's 1, it should be 2, so I type 2, enter. I should go to dimension styles and check the numbers after the decimal point, so I go to modify. It does show the 2 zeros after the decimal point, and I have clicked off the leading 0 to suppress it. So everything's alright. I'll go to linear dimension, put a dimension here, hit the space bar or enter key to repeat the command. Hit the space bar or hit escape. Whenever you're in trouble, you hit escape. Pick those 2 points, and now these 2 points. And you can see that the top and front views are complete. Next, well, I click on the right drawing, right side, and I'm going to enlarge it because we're going to be making this solid model here. So I'll click now on the left screen. I'll use zoom real time to shrink down the drawing. Then I'll pan and move it to the lower left. Now I'm going to use a polyline, which is in the draw toolbar. Here it is here. And I'm going to trace over the perimeter of the top view, like that. Oh, I better hit escape because I got that wrong. I'll undo it. What I really should do is change the layer to solid. I want to make layer solid current. Okay, you can see it's red. Now I'll proceed to trace over the perimeter. C to close. M, enter, L, enter. In other words, I want to move the last thing I drew. I better take off ortho so I can rubber band it and put it up here out of the way. Now I can move into southeast isometric view, pan and zoom with a window to enlarge what I'm doing. I forgot what the height of this is, so I better activate this drawing and zoom. Okay, the height is 2 units. So I'll make the left viewport, left screen active, shrink it down a little bit, and pan. I'll type EXT, enter to extrude. Select the object, enter, and give a height of 2, enter. Next, I want to rotate that in a clockwise direction. So I go to the 3D rotate command. I'll select the object, and then I want to click on the red axis. I want to rotate it clockwise so it's minus negative 90. Enter. It looks correct, so I'll shade it. And now Z, enter, E, enter, zoom extents, then move into the top view. Now I want to move into paper space, so I'll click the layout button. Then I'm going to click the layer button, make the viewports layer current. Click OK. Now I'll type MV, enter. MV is for M view, and I can proceed to pick 2 diagonal points to create viewports. There's one, a larger one. Hit enter or the spacebar, and I'll do a smaller one. I can double click inside the smaller one. That brings me to model space, where I can go into southeast isometric. Then I can pan and zoom so as to enlarge the object, and even use zoom real time to make it even bigger, or pan it to make it whatever. Then you double click outside the viewport. If I want to set a scale for this bottom viewport, the 2D drawing, I have to click on the frame, then go down here to annotative scale, select 1/2. You see it got larger. So now I'll double click inside the viewport. Cannot zoom once I do this. Then you're going to pan so as to show the drawing, the 2D drawing, and hide the solid in this view. Now I can double click outside to get back into paper space. Next, I'll zoom with the window to enlarge the solid model. Double click inside. I'll go to View, Orbit, Continuous Orbit, so that you get a better view of what the drawing solid model looks like. And I can right click and hit Exit, and then I'll go back to Zoom Previous. Double click outside to get back into paper space. Z, enter, E, enter. Now I'm going to hide the viewports, so I'll click on Layer, make Layer 1 Current, freeze the viewports layer, and you can see that the drawing is complete. Well, that concludes exercise 2. Thank you for your attention.